I never get Glenn, man, ever.
You
He
gotta take
doesn't
that
like
up
you,
with
man.
him. He, I have this tracker that shows up that shows who's been a guest and which host has missed the most show, and I'll give you two guesses on which guest has missed the most shows, but you're only gonna need one.
Mm.
Hello, my friends.
Thank you for joining us for the PEBCAK Podcast, a weekly information security show featuring some all-around good people. It is week 35 of 2025. I'm Chris Louie, and wishing Jim Cramer didn't like our stock. With me, we have my co-host, the Cloud God, who safely returned stateside.
Yes. Yeah. No comments on old Kramer, but if you're an inverse Kramer person, I guess you saw that comment. But yeah, good to be back from Mexico. I was in Monterrey, and kind of an interesting place. Like it's kind of in a valley surrounded by these crazy mountains. And had I had more time, I definitely would have gone off-roading because some of the stuff is scenic as hell and beautiful. And yeah, everybody was super cool, with the exception of the profiling that happened when I left the airport. That's bound to happen.
I was gonna say that when I had a buddy, he flew back from Mexico City, not Monterey, and for work he just carries two laptops. I don't know if it's two work laptops or personal, but anyways, came back with two laptops, and then flying back, they hit him with like as he left the country, they hit him with like an export tax on the laptop. He's like, no, I clearly came in with these, and these are my personal items. Like, nope, it's an export fee. You got to pay $100. They just paid the $100 and was done with it.
Hey, you got out there actually paying more than I did, so I guess that's a W for me. I only got hit for 50.
Do you want to explain for the listeners how you were profiled, Brian?
Yeah, so it was kind of weird. When I first got there, like I landed, like I was like, oh, Uber's not a thing in Mexico. I was like, that's kind of a big market to not have anything. Like this, I just opened up Uber and it was like nothing found. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll take a taxi to my hotel. And so, get in there, seemingly nice gentleman. And then, I don't know, like 6 minutes into it, he gets a phone call and he's like talking, it's on speaker. And I know broken English or Spanish a little bit. I heard gringo, a couple things. The next thing you know, we're like pulled over by
the federales.
Federales or what. Like it didn't kind of make sense, but it wasn't for speeding. And it was kind of funny because they were visibly very angry and yelling. And I don't really take them serious, but they did have rifles, right? Like it was one of those things. And they just kept asking for money. So I was just like, I don't actually have any money. And then I searched my backpack and I had $50. So I think they probably would have been happy with a 20 spot, or maybe Venmo. I don't know. But yeah, they weren't giving change that day, and they cut me loose, and we're good to go. So there's that.
So
and then I also went through like a toll bridge, and the guy made me pay the toll.
How much was the
So
toll?
I
The
actually
20 spot.
It was like $3, something like that US. Forget how much it was. And
All right. Did this one actually give change?
I didn't have it. Yeah, I just there was an actual toll bridge, right? And then so I just did tap, right?
Tap to pay.
Yeah, and then on the way back, I actually took an Uber, and the Uber paid for it. Like they just went right through it, and there's no big deal. So I was like, man, they got me.
Yeah.
They got me today, boys.
Yep.
So I actually own a house in Mexico, in San Luis, and so San Luis is south of Monterrey, a few hours. It's in the belt where most of the people live, right? And it's in the mountains. And me and a friend, we were actually driving to another city called Querétaro. And you drive through the state of Guanajuato, and Guanajuato is pretty dangerous nowadays because of, corruption and all that. And so we had a lady cop pulled us over, and she goes, started asking questions. And she's like, yeah, you're an American. You're not allowed to drive in this country. And I'm like, that's not even a thing. You're just making stuff up. And so she started making up all these things that we were
permiso?
Yeah. And then she turns around and she couldn't ask for a bribe directly. So she started saying, castígate, castígate, which means punish yourself, punish yourself. And so then we got the drift that she was looking for some cash. So when we pulled it out, she's like told us where to put it. She's like, hide it right here. And then we put it down so she could grab it, and her other cohorts wouldn't see that we were giving her money. So yeah, it's a pretty big problem over there. So
I'm glad to see. So how much did you give them?
it was about $100. Yeah.
Oh damn! I got off lucky.
You did. You got it relatively easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
it happened to
sort
me
of
once. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, that's sort of the advice when you travel into a country that has that type of culture. They say carry enough cash on you to pay a bribe, but not enough that you'll be sad if you lose it all. So something along those lines.
I remember one time we were going to Tijuana, and we got pulled over, and they just kept yelling "Vente, vente" this at us. And so it was like, all right, I guess they went $20. We had no idea, so we just gave it to them, let us go. They said, "Thank God for rudimentary Spanish in high school. That's going to save my."
Yeah, thank you, Senor Rollins.
You know, also maybe like I wasn't dressed that nice, but maybe don't wear a nice watch, right? I think that was the thing that, like, I'm sure whoever called that guy, they were in on it. And yeah,
I don't even wear a nice watch to San Francisco. I don't want my wrist chopped off.
Oh damn!
I'm just saying.
But other than that, like, I honestly had a good time. Like, it was really funny. We had like this restaurant they were going to, and everywhere I'd been earlier that day, like very little English speaking people. So I walk in, and the lady's like looking at me, and I was like, "Hola." She's like, "Hi, what's the name of your reservation?" I was like, "How the hell did you know I spoke English?" She's like, "We can tell." Like she just like, it's like, I see American all over your face, dude.
No, and you say really hello, best friend in Spanish. Hola, amigo, mayor.
Yeah, they really try to practice their English. And the funniest thing that I saw was just because I was present, there was two Mexicans that were like talking English to each other and like really trying to speak English to each other. And I'm like, you guys have a language that you could speak where you could actually communicate. Like, I get that I'm
more
here
effectively,
and you're trying to practice your English, but we're trying to get something done right now.
As the listeners can tell, there is Glenn Medina. It sounds like the other thing just dropped. He's got a little bit of a deeper voice today, so maybe we should introduce our guest.
Yes. We do not have Glenn Medina this week. We hope he's back next week. He is traveling this week and couldn't make it.
Selling machine.
Our guest this week is the returning DJ Raja Khalid. Welcome back, Raja. Another one. Chris ordering the McRib. Another one.
It's so good. It's so good to see you guys.
Yeah, glad to have you back. All right, we already opened with our Mexico travel talk, but combined, we have decades of information security experience, and here not just to educate, but to entertain. We've got 4 awesome stories for this week, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. This week, we're going to talk about companies spying on you, vigilante hackers winning one for the good guys. For our third topic, YouTube age verification, and if we have time, we'll close with a new iPhone talk. For our first topic, SafeTrack, a Melbourne-based online compliance training company, and for those of you who might not know, Melbourne is in the country of Australia, is facing allegations it listened to staff via software on their laptops while they worked at home. They claim the surveillance was, quote, lawful, appropriate, and justified, adding that the surveillance program found one of their staffers was idle for approximately 50% of her working day. The company claimed that their employment contracts include acceptance of this surveillance policy, which states that audio can be recorded during the course of employment. And if you can't read between the lines here, the surveillance software would turn on the microphone at any time. It just turned their laptop into a listening device, though, not just when they're on Teams, not just during work hours. Like on demand, they could just turn on the microphone and listen to whatever you were doing while you were at home. Now, there's lawful surveillance, and there's also just really creepy privacy violations.
All right, first and foremost, it's Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Yeah, isn't Melbourne like the butt of the world? Isn't that what?
Whoa, don't know. They're listening, bro. Don't be dogging them like that. Some good folks down there.
We just got. All of
Yeah,
it.
if you say Mel Byrne, they know you're an outsider. Mel Bun is you're a local, or at least you know how it's pronounced.
Canberra. I'd be fired.
But yeah, all right, stuff happens. I guess if you know that you're giving up to a surveillance program, then shame on you for working for that company. Also, hit the mute button. Come on, guys.
Yeah, it overrides the mute button. That's the creepy thing. I've hosted Zoom before, and someone mutes themselves, and there's no option to unmute people without their consent. There's an ask to unmute button, but there's no way to, at least through Zoom, to turn on someone's microphone without their consent. But this spyware that they installed on the computer, it just allowed them to override everything, just turn on the mic and listen in at any time.
On the Stream Deck, you can actually program a system-wide mute. I wonder if that would override that one.
Did they actually ask their employees if they could download this?
I don't think so. I think it was put on there without their knowledge or consent. It's one of those things like when you sign your employment contract, it's like, you consent to searches, or you acknowledge that this laptop is company property. We can do whatever we want on it. I mean, there's standard stuff like that. I get it. If they want to look at my browsing history, or they want to see if I'm idle on Slack or something, that's one thing. But to actually listen in on my microphone to seemingly private conversations, I could just be having lunch at home, or I could be at an internet cafe, and they just turn on my microphone and just start listening to me. I think that's really creepy.
I wonder whose job it is to do that. Hey,
let me security or HR. It's HR's job.
I'm hiring you to be the creepy dude. You're gonna sit there and listen to hours and hours of just noise.
I think there's other ways to do it. Remember when those mouse jigglers came out, and it was just saying well, if your screensaver turns on, that means you've been idle too long, or if your Teams turns from green to yellow, that means you've been idle too long. So they came out with these mouse jigglers, and then they found other even screen recording software. I think I could get a little bit more on board than that, but remotely turning on my microphone, that's a blatant privacy violation.
I'm definitely getting fired.
So what kind of sounds Raj is making during the workday? You hear
went to
guy in the plane was like that. Yeah. You start blasting heavy metal music all the time right into the speaker, low, right? But just
that's true. If you put a Bluetooth speaker right next to the built-in microphone, then they can't really tell. Isn't that what? There's a movie or something. There's some kind of counter surveillance trick where you just turn really loud music. If you know you're being wiretapped, then you just turn on really loud music, and then just
you probably can't hear this, can you?
No, I think
Zoom's canceling out. But the podcasters, they can hear it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the podcast recording will catch that, but Zoom is canceling that out. So what motion were you doing? Is it I'm watching golf and I'm clapping slowly at a nice shot on golf?
It was a really exciting shot. Less slow clap, but still clapping.
Oh, I think this one's going to be litigated in the courts, because I'm pretty sure in the U.S. this would absolutely not fly, that you just cannot record somebody without their consent. But I guess Australia, their laws are a little bit more vague, I guess. I was at DEF CON this year, and I go to the Social Engineering Village. It's really cool. They have these people in soundproof booths, and then they call up random places, and they try to get, they're called flags, to try to get information out of them. So they call them up and then say, I'm from corporate IT. Can you fire up your laptop? What browser do you use? What operating system do you use? What VPN do you use? And every time they get that information, they get a point. And they make it very, very clear there's no audio recording and no video recording because of federal wiretapping laws. You're not allowed to record someone without their consent. So that, similar to this, I'm sure there's something like this that would not fly at all here in the US. But Australia is different because Australia.
And they have dingoes.
They have dingoes. And the toilets flush the other way.
You know what's so sad is when I was down there, I was doing it. They didn't have toilets that flush like that. It was more of dumps an insane amount of water, like from the front of it, and just kind of like all gurgitates and goes
It's
down.
like the vacuum is like, whoop. Like
yeah. I was so excited to record that. I guess I could have done it in the sink, right?
Yeah.
Not gone to the bathroom in the sink. Like fill it up with water and then hit the drain and see if it goes the opposite way. My favorite was as soon as I got there, me and this guy say that we closely align on some views in life, and then he's like, "Let me go for a kangaroo hunt." I was like, I'm all up for this. Like, is this even legal? He's like, "Oh yeah, it's legal," but like I was like, killing for sport, not really my thing. I was like, if I'm gonna sit here and eat it or do something with the meat, I would, but like doing it just to do it, not my thing. Cool dude though. I did not kill a kangaroo. I did eat kangaroo meat though. When I was there, I had a kangaroo ribeye. It's pretty good.
Did it taste like chicken?
I heard kangaroos are not the nicest, and they will kick you if they see you.
I heard that too. We've all seen that video. Was it the kangaroo that was holding the guy's dog hostage? Like the kangaroo literally had the dog in a headlock, and the guy like went up to punch the kangaroo, and the kangaroo was like... Yeah, they are. I hear they're mean. I would not want to confront one unless my life or my dog's life depended on it.
You didn't even have a dog.
Last time I was on the show, you were in Canada driving past these monstrous mooses, and now you were in Mexico. And now
it's not mooses, it's meese.
Meese.
Oh, is it meese?
I don't know. Don't listen to me.
It's moose. Moose is singular and plural.
We're starting to build a theme here with you and large animals.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Canada,
did see a chupacabra
in
Monterey, though.
Did you get a picture of it?
They were on every street corner. I'll tell you what, some busted looking people. Just kidding. Man, right, Raj didn't find that funny at all.
Insulted an entire city of people, so we'll move on to topic 2.
It was a kid. Kidding.
Our second topic, friend of the show, Pierogi of Scammer Payback fame and another Scammer Payback type YouTube channel, Trilogy Media, helped dismantle and arrest people from a $65 million scammer ring operating here in the U.S. This scam ring primarily targeted elderly people from around the United States, so whatever hole they get thrown in, I can assure you it's not deep enough. 28 alleged members of a Chinese organized crime group were indicted for running a global fraud and money laundering scheme. The group allegedly worked with call centers in, no surprise here, India to target elderly victims with fake tech support and refund scams. Victims were tricked into handing over cash, wire transfers, and gift cards. Among them, a 97-year-old San Diego woman, the widow of a Holocaust survivor who lost her entire life savings. The YouTubers helped by posing as victims and confronting and recording the money mules, who then flipped on the people employing them. As one U.S. attorney said, not all heroes wear capes, but some of them do have YouTube channels.
I think you're right. There's no hole deep enough for these scumbags. But sometimes I'm like surprised by like Chinese organized crimes gangs, because like anytime I meet Chinese folks, they're always so nice. Like I don't know if I've ever met a guy who's like, wow, that guy's kind of a jerk. Bet he traffics children, right? It just never crosses my mind. Or steals money from old people.
Yeah, there's bad apples in every group, I would say.
I mean, with the exception of you suck.
How'd they help catch them?
They confront. I guess they, like, if you ever watch Scammer Payback or you watch Pierogi, they kind of follow the money. So they pose as a victim, and then they get instructed. They'll play along, like they'll string them along, and then the person in the India call center will say, "Oh, you need to withdraw $20,000 in cash, mail it to this address, or FedEx it to this address." And then usually what happens is whoever's at that address, they'll coordinate someone to be there at the time of the package delivery. And a lot of the times it's someone may or may not be unsuspecting, and sometimes it just says, yeah, I found an ad on Craigslist. It said, come to this, or it said, rent this Airbnb for 2 days, wait for a package, collect the package, then deliver it to the next person. Like that's the money mule jobs. And then that's when they confront them and says, you're part of like an international ring that's stealing money from elderly people. Sometimes they fess up and like, yeah, I know, so what? And sometimes like, oh, I don't know, I just answered this ad on Craigslist. And then from there, it's sort of like how law enforcement targets like these drug rings. Like first you get the junkies. The junkies will then flip on the dealers. The dealers will flip on the suppliers. The suppliers will flip on the king. So you kind of work your way up until you get to the very top.
You only understand the supply chain because you watch Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad and The Wire. Don't forget The Wire. Stringer Bell.
Trying to go back to the Wire, but like the first, I think the first couple seasons are in like 480. I'm like, I don't know that I can watch it like this. Yeah, but I'll get through it. That and iRobot.
Yeah, season 1 amazing. Season 2 with the docs a little slow, but it gets exponentially greater from there.
Mr. Robot, I got to get up to date on that one.
Yeah, Mr. Robot, and you got to finish The Boys. That's worth the watch.
Oh, I'll get there for sure. I'll watch all of it this weekend.
Yeah, but
just kidding. I don't have that much time.
I mean, I've watched a good amount of Scammer Payback and Pierogi, and they do a lot of good work because they waste the scammers' time. They dox them quite a bit. They said, oh yeah, you're at this building on this floor. Sometimes they hack into the CCTV cameras and they'll call them up. It's like, oh, that's a nice green shirt you're wearing today. And the guy looks surprised and like, why do you look surprised? And like try to mess with them. And I know a lot of the frustration with these Scammer Payback type channels is that they hand the case on a silver platter to the local law enforcement in that province or whatever, and nothing gets done because the law enforcement is on the payroll of these scammers. So I'm really happy to see that, at least here in the US, the rule of law still stands, and they were able to make a difference, that what their hard work paid off, and that $65 million that's not going to get stolen from elderly people.
So if we call it, like when you're trying to get a child predator, like how to catch a predator, what would we call this? To catch a scammer? That sounds pretty weak.
Catch a scammer. Yeah. To infiltrate a call center.
To capture a scumbag cocksucker.
Catch the fish.
Catch the fish. I like it.
Yeah. Raj, do you know anyone that's ever been affected by one of these scams, or how often do you get those messages, or on your computer or text message?
No, but my mom did work for like Primerica for a while, which was like some. She thought it was like the greatest marketing job ever, but it turned out to be but luckily, no. Usually we do catch them. My dad will give me a buzz or something. My mom will call me up and say, "Hey, something's wrong. What do you think this is?" And we err on the side of caution. But they are doing stuff now where like they'll text you, and they'll just start acting like it's a missed call, but they'll like act like they were texting somebody legit. And then if you're trying to be nice and you're just trying to respond like, "Hey, this is the wrong number," then they know your line is active, and then they'll start scamming you from there and start trying to text you different things to try to see what you can bite on. So
yeah.
That's the one I've seen.
Yeah, those are those so-called pig butchering scams, or I think we're supposed to call them romance scams now, where they'll send a seductive photo of a very attractive lady, and then it says, "Oh, this is me. Let's keep talking." And then that's the lure, and then they'll start sending pictures of luxury goods and says, "Hey, I happen to know this great investment that allows me to afford this lifestyle. Do you want to know more?" And then that's where it goes from there.
I heard Raja fell victim to this twice already, and he's just playing coy with us.
Caught me, man. Caught me. Lost all my life savings.
It's like, no, I have $1 million. They just need the $10,000 tax fee before I can get access to it.
Yep.
Yeah. But good to see that there's still some good in the world, and I guess it's one of those fortunate things. Like, unfortunately, this is happening here in the U.S., but fortunately, it's happening here in the U.S. We can catch these scumbags and not operating in like Cambodia or some foreign country where law enforcement can't touch them. That hopefully this will make an impact that, it disrupts them enough that it makes a dent in it.
How soon until we start dropping bombs in call centers? You laugh, but you never know.
They took out a Venezuelan drug boat. You never know. That could be next, You do cybercrime, we're going to drop a bomb on your call center. That would end it real quick.
Yeah.
Imagine like some dude like fished Melania out of money. Like, I wish I could do a Trump impersonation right now because I have some funny things to say, but I can't. Damn it.
Still working that one, Brian.
It's not coming along. I don't understand how people can do it.
Practice.
Yeah.
Gotta have the hair.
Yes, that's true. Son of a gun.
For our third topic, another YouTube story. YouTube is introducing AI-powered age estimation to add or remove account restrictions from their platform. YouTube has already been doing this in other countries, but they are now going to implement this here in the US. The thought behind this is YouTube hosts mature content, and they can no longer rely on someone's honesty when they sign up that they are over 18. YouTube will take into account the... I know, it's like, a 13-year-old Timmy can't lie on his birth date when he signs up for an account. YouTube will take into account the...
This is going to screw me up, because my kids watch everything on my YouTube. And I'm not going to be able to watch anything but some random kid playing video games.
Yeah, you can't watch those cartel videos anymore, for sure. As Raja mentioned, YouTube will take into account the watched video history as well as the age of the account to place or remove restrictions. For example, my YouTube account is over 10 years old, and I watch a lot of military history and how to safely cut down tree types of videos. That likely indicates that I am over 18. And Raja's kids probably watch Roblox videos and Skibbity Toilet, indicating they are probably under 18.
Yeah.
YouTube will notify users if it determines they are under 18, but if the platform does get it wrong, users can verify their age by uploading government ID, taking a selfie, or entering in a credit card.
There it is. You're not
Therein lies the problem.
Therein lies the problem. And how are you going to secure my ID and my verification? That's just not. Yeah.
That's the huge problem, because my opinion is they're trying to get in front of mandatory age verification laws, like the ones that have already passed in the UK, and they do not want to be in the business of verifying everyone's age. Because, like you said, there's lots of responsibility of holding that particular data.
All I know is you're living up to the rule of any man over a certain age. We'll call it 40. Either gets really into World War II or smoking meat. And so,
smoking meat.
Yeah.
Why not both?
Yeah, apparently your YouTube history aligns with this theory.
And apparently you do this on a fire pit with cut down trees.
Yeah.
Backyard, is that what it is?
Freshly cut firewood.
How to
No, I have a green egg. I did have to look up on YouTube how to set this thing up and how to properly start the fire and everything in it. So my YouTube history does include a lot of World War II history and how to smoke meat.
Chris, all right. Living up to the man dream over here.
Yep. Stereotype. It's not a stereotype if it's true, I guess, right? Is that what they say? So what's in your YouTube history, Brian?
Thinking about my YouTube history too.
Brian's probably a lot of Shane Gillis. He sends us a lot of Shane Gillis videos.
Yeah, a lot of Shane Gillis, lots of sports, lots of
Eastbound and Down.
Yeah,
that's me recording stuff for you. That's a great show though. Yeah, if we go here, sports, lots of comedy, because I love comedy, a lot of Raptor R stuff, and rap videos, and Kill Tony.
Yeah, Kill Tony's awesome.
I got some chess videos.
There you go. Yeah, there's no 13-year-old that's looking up chess videos.
You never know.
Different kind of chess, that's for sure.
Managed
Chest.
ball history.
And they take into the account the age of the account. So I mean, YouTube hasn't been around at least. I know they haven't been around 18 years. They've been around probably at least 10. But in accordance with the online privacy laws for children, you had to be at least 13 to sign up for an account. So any account over 5 years old, technically you're supposed to be over 18.
YouTube was created in 2005.
Oh, it's 20 years. Okay.
Yeah, we should start carding YouTube.
Do you guys know what the very
Reverse
first
card.
video uploaded to YouTube was?
No.
It's a little bit of internet
cat
history.
Right?
I think it's called like My Day at the Brooklyn Zoo or something. I think it was someone taking a tour of a zoo and they uploaded it. I believe that's the first video ever uploaded.
Brooklyn Zoo, that's in Chicago.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Is it really? Are you messing with me?
Yeah.
It's in St. Louis. Oh, okay.
There's a Brooklyn Zoo in Chicago.
I'm pretty sure it's in New York.
Okay, so the video is called Meet Me at the Zoo, and I got the state wrong. It's the San Diego Zoo, not the Brooklyn Zoo.
How many views does it have?
Good question. Let me see.
Well, we covered while you look that up. Last week you covered the Rick Astley, right? The Rick Roll has been removed.
Oh, that they removed the Rick Roll video.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the Brookfield Zoo that's in Chicago. Brooklyn Zoo is in New York. There we go.
All right, so Meet Me at the Zoo has 370 million views.
370 million.
That's
like if you. That's like buying stock like 25 years ago. You just know it. If I just chill here, I'm gonna make a ton of money. I wonder how
elephants
much
at the San Diego Zoo.
I wonder how much cash he's made off of that video.
I think he's the co-founder of YouTube.
Okay.
So he made up pretty well when Google bought them out. And I'm sure he had some cushy job at Google with tons of stock. So if he held on to his stock, that's retirement money, I'm sure. So this is 2025. Yeah, so April 2025, this is the first YouTube video was uploaded 20 years ago on April 23rd. That would have been 2005.
1.65 billion was how much Google bought YouTube for.
Yeah, and now it's hundreds of billions, I'm sure.
Yeah.
What do you guys think is the most streamed video on YouTube ever?
Oh, it's got to be Gangnam Style.
Oh, yeah.
Gangnam Style was the one that it broke the YouTube counter because they used someone's going to correct me on this, I'm sure. They use like a 32-bit unsigned integer, and it only goes up to like 1.2 billion or something. So that when it went over that, it like flipped. It sort of like, the car odometer, once it gets to the end, it flips back. So they showed like a negative value for a while, and they had to fix the code because Gangnam Style got more views than they ever thought would be possible.
All right, so I would say you're wrong.
Baby Shark.
Think kids. Yes, Baby Shark.
Ah.
Yeah. It's saying that it's at 16 billion views. But
damn, this is sad. I've seen all of these. Not some of the Indian stuff, but
you are correct. Baby Shark Dance by Pink Fong with over 16 billion views. All right, can't say I'm too surprised at that.
I mean, he came through those 2 billion. That's a lot. Now it's at 5.6 billion. So it was the first to 2 billion. So you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where they had to completely update the code base. And I remember old school YouTube was Flash based, and that's why you can never watch videos on your phone because iPhone refused to support Flash. And then there was this big migration to HTML5, and everyone's like, oh, it's got to mess things up. And then, no, here we are.
Didn't they have like a YouTube app right away on the iPhone?
I don't think so. I do not believe they did. I think it came later. And that was a criticism of the iPhone, is that you could not watch YouTube, and then there were all these like fake Flash apps that people put up on the App Store. That was a problem.
I think the top 10, not one of these songs is in my top 1,000 of songs. Like, never even been searched for on my phone. So you got Baby Shark, Despacito, Wheels on the Bus, Go Round and Round.
Cocomelon. Yeah, that's
these are all sitting in my YouTube history at some point.
Oh my gosh. See You Again. Phonics song.
Fast and Furious.
Shape of You, Ed Sheeran. All right, go off. And then Gangnam Style. And then Uptown Funk, Bruno Mars. He should have used that to pay for his debts at
MGM.
Is it MGM or Bellagio?
Or what? Yeah, one of those.
Yeah.
Dude, that Axel F is just nuts. That one, my kids
the Crazy Frog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice trip down memory lane. And how many like stars were born because of YouTube? Like that kid that that just review. So Ryan's Toys review, like that kid. I mean, it's just him playing with toys, and then somehow he turned into like a multi-million-dollar empire. And or all these makeup girls too. I think they launched their careers off YouTube. So
I'm surprised
good for them.
Beast is not top
entrepreneurs,
10, right?
I would say that metric might be different. We probably want to ask the question of how many channels have total views. He'd probably be pretty high up there. Same with like PewDiePie and some of those Bollywood videos, as Roger said, some of the Bollywood channels. Because each individual video probably gets hundreds of millions of views, but no single video would get that many views. But it's total views per channel is probably the metric we want.
Yeah. Oh man, you guys hit it off the bat. So Hindi is Indian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So T-Series, 309 billion views. Bro, what are they? Oh, it's music.
And I definitely have some of those in my YouTube history as well.
Bro, but still, no Mr. Beast in the top 10. WWE, 96 billion at number 10.
Is PewDiePie up there? I would imagine he is.
No
PewDiePie. Huh.
Yeah, a lot of kids stuff. Again, I guess if they're going to dominate the most watched videos, right? Then it would make sense that
it's the iPad babysitter.
It is.
Yeah,
but
my
for
kids
India,
watch the most dumbest videos.
Are they into Skibbity?
No, just like guys playing video games. Like, go play the video game yourself. Like, why you got to listen to some annoying dude talk about random scenarios of video games? Like, it makes no sense.
Raja, is that there's this exact meme online that says it's like a 4-panel cartoon, and the first panel is this adult telling the kids like, "Why are you watching someone else play a video game? Why don't you go play it yourself?" And then the next panel, the kid's like, "Why do you watch football? Why don't you go out there and play football?"
I could if I would. I mean, I would if I could.
Yeah.
But going back to the topic at hand, I think we're all on the same page. Now we got to trust that these websites can scan our IDs somehow and then safely guard it. They're not. They have to do something in real time API. And then purge it.
Yeah, and the trick is with age verification is it has to be biometrically locked, because if it's like someone said, why don't you just take a hash of somebody's ID and just present this hash to prove your age? Well, Roger's kids just steal his hash and present it. Like, it has to be biometrically bound to you. Like, you have to do Face ID or fingerprint every time, and we're just not. We don't have the infrastructure for that.
Luckily, my kids don't know what a hash is.
Roger, you got to teach them cybersecurity early.
We should start an identity company, boys.
I've tried.
Like
I've popped open the Python book a couple times. They're not having it.
Like, sit down, kids. Let me tell you the difference between symmetric and asymmetric cryptography.
I think we're missing out on some TAM here. I think we could start up a company for age verification, sell to these. If this is going to become a thing, we should probably do it, guys.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, ID.me already exists.
Yeah, that thing's trash. Yeah. Arizona State uses it.
Yeah, California uses it too for DMV. Not ideal. All right, for our last topic, and it'll be a rotating topic every week. This week, we're going to talk about the new iPhone launch. This episode is scheduled to be released the day before the big Apple announcement, their annual iPhone launch event. This year, we're welcoming in the iPhone 17. And as a side fun fact, if you bought Bitcoin instead of every new iPhone to date, you'd have $300 million today.
Multiply that times 4 people in your house. That's 301
right?
million. I'm really bad at math.
Question for the group here. What are your iPhone 17 predictions, and are you going to upgrade? And I actually don't know if Raja is a green bubble or a blue bubble.
I am definitely an iPhone user.
Okay. So you are a blue bubble.
Yeah. Will not be standing in the line waiting for that. I think I'm the same way with. I think we talked about video games last time, where I don't do the model hopping, so I just don't. Every new iPhone that comes out, I just can't do it. Is there anything special in this one? Yeah, is there anything special?
It's what the I can fastest, sexiest, ergonomically-est, iPhone-iest device ever made.
Oh, now I gotta run to the line and go stand and wait for a couple hours to go buy one.
We should go camp outside an AT&T just for the F of it. Like, no, man, we're here. We're waiting. We want to be the first.
Starting now. It comes out in 3 weeks.
Yeah. I bet you we could put on national headlines if we did that.
Probably. It's just like every other iPhone announcement. There's things that are completely predictable. Faster processor, brighter screen, better battery life, better camera. But I don't know if there's anything that's going to be truly
better ingredients. Papa John's. I mean, Apple Computer. No, I'm not upgrading either. I am going to get a new battery, though. I finally hit that threshold where I can get a new one for free under Apple Care, I think.
Nice. So you've fallen under, what is it, 80%, I think?
Yeah, but in the same breath, I could have just bought a whole new iPhone for what I paid for Apple Care all these months.
Do you guys go with the cover? Because I go raw and naked.
You raw dog it, huh?
Raw dogging it, yeah.
Raw dog it.
I have when I go jogging with it, I put on the thickest cover possible, because I've actually gone jogging with not a raw one, but like a thin case. And then one time I tripped, I landed on the phone and it cracked the screen. So I'm like, okay, yeah, now whenever I go jogging, I put on the thickest case possible. Funny enough, it hasn't happened since.
Yeah, I always have a case. My work phone, no case at all. I stir soup with that thing. It doesn't matter, right?
Open beer bottles with it.
That's a horrible thing to say with company owned. No, I take very good care of it. So
you went with the 2 phones?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, for the first couple months that I had the second phone, I just could not get Kevin Gates out of my head. I just kept singing, I got two phones. One for the wife and one for the
plug?
She's getting the plug.
I want to see where Apple finally goes with Apple Intelligence. I've said it on the show before. I'll say it again. They somehow found a way to make Siri worse. Siri was already pretty awful before, and then now that they have Apple Intelligence, it's somehow worse. If they announce that, don't even build AI, don't partner with AI, just create an API bridge. All the major AI companies out there have an API. Just link Siri with Grok or GPT or Perplexity and just let them do it. Because literally every time I ask Grok a question, I always get the result and the answer that I want. So that's all I want from Siri. And I guess that's too much to ask.
What are you guys using AI bots for?
Just random stuff. I ask it questions. Like we're watching a movie and then I've seen this guy before, and then I'll look up the actor name and then I'll ask Grok, what other movies has this actor been in? Because it used to be you just type this person's name in your favorite search engine and then you have to scroll through the ads, and then you go to their IMDb, and then you have to scroll through their bio and everything. And like, I just want to know, I know I've seen him somewhere. So then when I ask Grok, like these are the last 10 movies this person's been in. I'm like, oh, that's where they're from. So very simple things like that.
That would be hilarious if ChatGPT started using AI to try to determine my age.
Why? What do you use it for, Raja?
Use it for everything, literally everything. How to cook burgers? How to? This was a great one. So I walked into Honda, and I was leasing a car, and I kept asking it, like, is this a good deal or not? And these guys got so frustrated with me that they actually pulled the financing guy to come in, like, you need to draw out the numbers. I haven't done this in 20 years. I just follow the computer. You got to tell me where you're getting your numbers from. And I refused to tell them it was ChatGPT. So I went through every single number and showed them, like, what I was talking about. They're like, how did you get this? Where did you get this from? So they ended up having to give me, like, a really good deal on a lease because I knew what the resale value
invoice,
was, what the
holdback and all that.
What the APRs were, all that stuff. Like what? So they were just like, this is not public information. I was like, well, you shouldn't be you shouldn't have that stuff out there. So
it's public somewhere.
Meanwhile, I paid over sticker for a vehicle, so there's that. Two sides of the coin. So, very, very. What kind of car did you buy?
We just leased one of those. It was for the family. So
okay,
it was just
minivan.
Odyssey.
No, it was not the Odyssey. We got the
Pilot.
HRX or whatever. Yeah, one of those.
Oh,
like, wait a minute, you have 4 kids. That doesn't fit 6 people.
Well, we also got a Telluride, so that takes care of it.
Okay.
The Telluride's a nice car. I'll stand on that all day long.
Yeah, it's a nice car. So,
I will say this with the caveat that I am using the work version, so the ZBot, which is, I don't know if you guys have looked at it recently, but it's OpenAI, it's Gemini, and it's Azure. So we have all these different ones. But the first one, I was going to a CIO summit and had all these companies. And I was like, hey, help me construct a presentation to give. And the thing that first blew me away, it was just like, okay, of like the 65 CIOs that are coming to this, like 22 are existing customers. And then I was like, what? Like, we trained our data on this? I was like blown away. So I was like, well, then help me organize, profile, like, and all this good stuff, and like what they have versus what they don't have, and help me figure out like a perfect talk track that would appeal to like masses, right? And did that. I was like blown away. And so the next one was actually when I was in Monterey, like a meeting with all these companies. And like, I know some of the US based manufacturers, but I didn't know the other ones. And it's kind of, it's a vast thing. So I just plugged in all of the companies that are going to be there. So just, organize it by if they're publicly traded, their market cap, if they're trending up or trending down. And it was just like, boom, just like 4 minutes later, it came back with all this great information. I was like, this makes my life so much easier. And probably the last one that I did is like, for travel, I have specific accounts that I have to meet. And so I plugged in, I'm like, hey, these are, 25 accounts I need to meet. I'm dying with travel right now. Like I can't, like it's killing me. So help me plan 3 trips in which I can do a bunch of like direct flights to all these locations and knock it out like in 3 weeks or less, right? And it came back with like week 1, you do this, week 2, you do this, and week 3, you do this, and help minimize it and be able to touch 25 accounts all at once in 3 weeks over instead of doing it. Well, you can still do it over the course of like 3 months, but a little bit more calculated. So now I got to see if it's actually going to work.
They must have upgraded it because I got it to sell me firewalls.
Yes.
And I asked it a while ago how many R's are there in the word strawberry, and it came back with 2.
Oh. Mm.
So yeah, they have to upgrade. See, I feel kind of dumb because Brian actually used AI to be productive. I'm looking through my AI history here, and I see this query that I made. I saw this video on X of this famous Twitch streamer, and it says, "Oh, I can't believe this Twitch streamer got banned because she had a nip slip and she didn't know about it." I'm like, did that actually happen? So I asked AI, I'm like, did this streamer get banned for having a nip slip? And they're like, no, it's fake. It's AI. I'm like, okay, well, the more you know, right?
Where would I find this video? Yeah, I know how you roll.
Yeah, but I mean, it is really awesome. Like I was watching some guy on CNBC today. He's the CFO of L3 Harris, and he looks like he would be the CFO of L3 Harris. I'm like, I wonder how much this guy makes. I just asked AI. I'm like, search through SEC filings. How much does this guy make? Oh, makes $8 million a year. Okay, looks like a guy that gets paid $8 million a year to sell weapons.
I had to give me a really good poem for Mother's Day last year. That was great.
Did you get caught?
I think I had to confess at some point because my mom was like, "There's no way that you came up with this."
It's so heartfelt.
Thank you, ChatGPT. Anyways, going back to the original topic, I think the only thing that the rumor mill has come up with that might be different, that might be a little bit revolutionary, is the iPhone Air. So I think we've been trending in the direction of bigger is better. We're getting the fold phones with the foldable screens, as big screen as possible. I think there's also this call to return to small, simple, light. I think we might get the iPhone Air this year.
I heard that they're going to be like on launch day, we'll have an optional case that has a battery in it that just makes it bulky because supposedly the battery life is so atrocious.
Yeah, I mean, it'll probably have the weaker processor. It'll have the weaker camera. It's just if people that care about weight and size versus, because I always buy the biggest one. I buy the Pro, and I buy the Pro Max. Bigger is better, but there's some people out there that value being smaller.
Vic would know about that. I need to be able to see the damn screen, so I'm going bigger.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to come out with a foldable iPhone yet? Is that a rumor?
I think they not for the 17 for sure. Otherwise, we would have gotten the leak by now. The 18 might. I think is the rumor. The next year model is going to be. They're going to have a foldable one.
You're so full of crap. You don't know anything. You're like, according to my calculations.
According to my AI assistant, my agentic assistant.
I asked Grok, and that's what it told me.
Yeah. Well, we continue to get great comments about our dad joke of the week. Dad joke of the week. This week, our guest Raja is up.
Oh, snap.
Did you forget?
Didn't come prepared.
Let's see.
While Raja's thinking, I did. When you said, what do you guys use AI for? I forgot to mention the most important thing I use AI for, which is to make funny videos about Brian to post on LinkedIn. I got to say, impressions views off the charts since I started posting Grok made videos on LinkedIn. And not just the controversial ones, Brian. Like the one I did this week was quite tame, and I still got 10,000.
It's very flattering. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to use AI to help us out with the dad joke. So,
are you there? You ready? Because I have one in the chamber if you want me to help you out.
All right. Why don't skeletons fight over each other?
Why is that?
No
because
guts.
they don't have the guts.
Wah, wah.
Here you go. It's been a while since I've told one, but I heard this one the other day. I thought it was good. So, why are chickens so funny?
Why is that?
Because.
Why can't you trust cheese?
Why?
Is nacho?
Because it's always up to no Gouda.
Oh, God. Mine was better. All right, this is a wrap,
All right,
boys.
to wrap things up, turning on microphones without consent or notifications is a bad idea. Scammer Payback finally busted some scammers. YouTube is using heuristics to estimate age, and new iPhone announcement tomorrow. That's all I have for this week. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Find us on LinkedIn. Links will be in the description. Follow us on Instagram at PEBCAK Podcast. Thank you to all our listeners and subscribers who rate us 5 stars in the iTunes Store and Spotify and left us a review. We appreciate you all spreading the word to help grow the show. The best way to find us is to search for the PEBCAK Podcast in your favorite podcast listening app. my co-host Brian Deach, and our guest, DJ Raja Khalid. I'm Chris.
Another one.
Thanks for listening. We'll see y'all next weekend. As always, have a nice day.
Glenn, come back. We love you. Bye, Felicia.
Have a nice day.